Hi guys, it's Lewis-duncan, so I hope you're really well. So I wanted to sit down and talk through a fantastic project that I've been using for donkey's years. I think it has been a lifesaver on many occasions. Not only is it sort of has one purpose, but in my eyes it's actually dual purpose and sometimes tri-purpose. So the range I'm talking about today is Batiste, and if you don't know Batiste, I'm sure you will because I think pretty much everyone has used Batiste at some point. It's a dry shampoo range, and there are many flavours, there are many different effects that Batiste have. So I'm going to do the ones I have currently, and then I'll talk about some of the other ones they do as well. So the one I probably would use the most, because I love this fragrance, is the Tropical. There is the original, there is a floral and fruity, there is a cherry, and you can tell I like it. So these were gifted to me at the Mad PR event, the minis, and my own personal one is the large Tropical, and as I said, that is my favourite, so I do tend to use that the most. But recently I was at the Pandora and Pixie Lott event, and I was gifted one of Pixie Lott's fun and floral ranges. So as you can see, Pixie's up in the top there. You can tell I go through this stuff a lot. So its original purpose was really to kind of refresh the hair between washes, or you could sort of use it when you're on holiday and stuff. You know, sometimes it's not that great for you during the summer to wash your hair constantly, or if you are away or if you live in a hard water area, this is kind of a really good refresh. Or say you've been at work all day and then you're going out for cocktails with the girls, or you're going to an event or something, it's a really good way of sort of refreshing through the day. But the reason I use it more than anything is actually my hair is quite fine naturally. It's still slightly damp. I've just washed it because I'm going to show you some aspects of how to use it. So as I say, my hair is quite fine, so this is one way of adding a bit of bulk and volume to the hair. I also use it as a styler as well, and I know that might sort of seem quite weird if you've not used it before in that way, but actually basically it sort of gives the hair some volume and texture, and if you have sort of a funky punky look, or if you are sort of layered bob, you can actually get some root lift in, and then it would sit nicely. If your hair is very long or very heavy, it's not likely to do that effect on you. It's more likely if you are finer that you can build up, but it's great for refreshing, and it's great for other aspects as well. So, also naturally blonde, highlighted blonde, it's really amazing for that as well, because if you are lighter than your natural blonde, so at the moment my hair is darker because I've not been near too much sun, but where my highlights are, sometimes you get this sort of darker look, so you can actually, between colours, you can sort of refresh. But they also do arrange edges for blonde hair, but I would recommend that for darker blonde hair. If you are platinum or very light, I would stick with the normal ones. I do also believe there is one for brunette hair, and if I remember rightly, one for red as well. I'm sure there was one for red, I'm sure I've seen that. But this is pretty much universal, this is what I really like about it. And then obviously instant hair fresh, so that's the Pixie version. So I'm going to show you the Pixie version. So you spray your can, and I spray directly into the roots, lift like so, and then I tend to spray mostly around where the most of the platinum blonde in my hair is. So now if your hair was dry, you could literally brush this through, like so, and then you're pretty much ready to go. But I'm going to spray a tiny bit more. I'm going to blast the hairdryer so forgive the noise for a few seconds. And this is where, talk to you with the hairdryer on, this is where we're going to get the sort of the root lift and the volume. So as you can see, by sort of moving your hands into the roots, sort of jiggling around, you get this really, really soft, natural, but cool effect. So as I was saying, so if you do have the heavier hair, it's not likely to work as much. But this is something I put on many of my celebrity clients as well. It's a really great way of having the minis with you when you are going to in between parties, and actually with London the last couple of days it's been really hot, so it's a really nice way if you do have a bit of a fringe. Sometimes this is the first part of your hair to get slightly messy, and also you don't want to constantly be hairspraying your hair because then you eventually get helmet hair. So this is a really nice way of just sort of lighting it up, and as you can see it makes the highlights slightly brighter, and that's the cherry one, and that literally has the most incredible smell. On the fun side of it, I love all the packaging and stuff. They're really, really fun, they're really versatile. And these small ones are 50ml, and these large ones are 200ml. And I know there is a much bigger one as well, and at one point I did have the bigger one, but I like to have these because these are great for when on photo shoots, because it's, you know, there's plenty in there, but it's not a huge one to take everywhere. But at one point I probably will get the big one again in the house because I do generally use this every day. And yeah, so it gives you instructions on the back as well, which is really fantastic. And it says shake vigorously, use about 30 seconds from the hair. So in terms of if you are darker, do keep that away from your hair. The reason I put it as close as I do is because I actually like the slight white effect that it will give when I'm a bit closer, which I don't personally brush out because I like to have, like I said, I like the blonde to be a little bit brighter, and I use it for that reason. But if you are darker haired and you spray from a distance, the idea I would recommend is brushing the hair then, and then that will not leave you any particles. It doesn't leave a white particle residue like some of the other brands of dry shampoo do, and this is the reason I use this one. This is, you know, in my eyes, the first one and the best one. So yeah, it's a quick short video because I'm getting myself ready now to go into London to meet Olivia and Phyllis, and I'm going to upload this now and then perhaps maybe do a makeup tutorial afterwards as well because I need to get myself ready. So thank you for joining me, and guys, check Batiste out.